Right, everybody. Lovely to see you all. Let me just turn my camera on. Wicked. I hope you are all well. Another Wednesday, not too many of them left now before the start of 2021. So what a year it's been. Thank you for all jumping on tonight. I'm very well, thanks. I've had a few people ask me how I am. I'm great. I'm probably about a 9. I've had a pretty good couple of weeks, so feeling great. I'm glad that most of you are over halfway. Luke, we'll help you out, mate. We'll get you up. We'll get you up from a 5, no problem at all. So agenda for tonight. I posted it in the group a little while back in the week. So we're going to talk about mindset phases. This is really crucial to what we're hoping to achieve with this group. We're going to talk as well about funded accounts and also the scanner source strategy. So some of you may not have actually seen the strategy yet. Some of you are quite early on in your education. Wherever you are in the process, whatever happens tonight, whether you feel comfortable, whether you feel like, oh, I've got a moment where this clicks, or if you feel completely overwhelmed, all of those things, completely natural. Right? So at all stages, you're going to feel all of that at some point. So these calls are always going to have a mindset element, because 90% of trading is you, your mind, how you approach the chart, it's how you manage your trades. You could be 5% up in a trade, and because of the amount of money, you make decisions that might not be in the best interest of the trade. You've done your analysis and you might close it early and it runs off and you've missed out on 10% growth. So mindset is absolutely everything. So look, with that in mind, I have we've talked about mindset, we've talked about goals. Let's get this interactive. So just chuck a few goals, that at least one each, that you all have for, it doesn't have to be Forex, just for, who knows, just something personal to you. So drop what goals you've got in the chat. If you want to drop any affirmations, let's make sure we're practicing that too. Affirmations are something that I do now every day, and never ever did before I started this opportunity, and it's made a huge difference. So use that chat to let me know what your goals are. Whilst you're all dropping those in, let's start off. Let's start. So nice one, Adam. I think you're very close to achieving that goal, so I like that. Nice short term. Let's get that done. Right, so mindset phases. Why is this important? Well, fundamentally, when it comes to trading, all these educators that have been doing this for years have basically condensed. They've basically condensed mindset into 4 categories when it comes to trading. Oh, wicked. There's more goals coming through. Eddie, I love it. Absolutely love it. That was one of mine when I started. Luke, by mid-2021, that is so achievable, my friend. We'll do everything to get you there. Absolutely. Nice one. But basically, they've condensed your mind into 4 stages. So what you may find is you'll fluctuate in between some of these at all times, and that is cool as well. So the phase number 1 is excitement. Okay, so imagine, some of you won't have to imagine too far back, but when you first joined, and you're excited to get started. You want to watch the videos, you want to jump on all the sessions, you want to, get involved, and it's, quite an exciting time, obviously. So you've got that, like, that nervousness, that, like, oh, I'm out of my comfort zone, and it's really fun. That's the point. You're all excited, and it's great. Sometimes, for some people, after a couple of weeks, could be months, that tends to die down. Okay, that sort of phase, that excitement, once you're used to everything, where all the bits and bobs are in the system, Once that starts to die down, we can sometimes face a few challenges. So, blimey, if any of you are in boot camp, which I think 1, 2, 3, no, 2 of you are, some of you have completed it now, but when I got to boot camp, everyone knows this, I've been saying it since these calls started, boot camp blew my mind when I was learning it myself. It blew my head off. And what crept in to my head was like, oh my God, am I going to be able to learn this? I doubted myself. And I was really determined to overcome that, but it was definitely there. You know, there was times where I thought, I don't know what they're talking about. Manny's amazing, but I haven't got a clue what he's going on about. The market still looks like, you know, blue and red lines. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. And honestly, doubt is the killer of dreams. All right, you have to push through that wall, because anytime you doubt yourself, whether it's in any walk of life you're in, work, friends, anything, as soon as you doubt yourself, you know, you're more susceptible to giving up, more susceptible to not taking it very seriously. And that sort of crack in your mindset can happen quite early on in this journey. So it's really, 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 really crucial to be aware of it, accept it, but beat it. You can't let that doubt beat you. Like anything in life is just repetition. So the more you do something over and over again, the stronger you get. You know, there's all these like metaphors for it, but imagine going to the gym, trying to lift like a power lifter's weight, you know, on a whatever machine. You know, if you've never been to the gym before, that is not going to happen in a few weeks. You know, that's years of dedication. So just have something in your mind that, you know, that you found hard before and you've overcome, and try and channel that energy. So phase 2 happens. Phase 2 can dip in and out. I promise you now. I've seen people go phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, back to phase 2. Like that doubt can creep in. So that's where the affirmations come in. So this is all part of a wider picture, but that's where your daily habits of having a positive mindset, you know, phase 2, you just bounce off it in the future. It will creep back in, you bounce away. So all of this is part of a bigger thing. Once you've overcome the killer of dreams, I like to call self-doubt, you'll have a moment. And I honestly, I specifically remember mine. I used to have an office in town, and on my journey to and from work is when I used to listen to like an audio book, like my personal development. It's like 20 minutes in the car. So I stopped listening to songs, and I was listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, along with other things. On this occasion, it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I just watched a video on the boot camp videos. I'm pretty sure, and I had this moment where I shouldn't be doing this when I was driving, but kind of daydreaming. All right, do you know what it's like when you drive to work and you don't know how you got there? So basically, it all just clicked. I was struggling getting the entries right, and just like everyone, that's the most crucial bit. And something about that drive, there was something that was just going through my head. Boom. And I had this moment where it was literally really cliche. It was like it all just came together. And as soon as I got home, I loaded up my charts and I started practicing. Literally, that was my moment where I knew, I was like, I can do this. I know I can do this. And I'm going to do it. There's loads of people that I've told about this opportunity, like just my friends or whatever, and I know they're watching me and I want to win. I'm a winner. So you start to like build this, you go from like self-doubt, where it's hard and it's tough and it's new and it's, oh, you know, mind-blowing, to I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a trader. And that's where your self-belief comes in. That stage is powerful. All right, harness that energy when you get there and just ooze it. let it flow through you every moment of every second you feel it. Just welcome it to you, because that moment is special. That's when you start conquering a new skill. People spend years trying to conquer a skill. You've got the facility, the platform, the videos, the education, the support. It is all there for you. You've just got to really, you've got to push through the self-doubt, and you'll get there, I promise. Now, when I heard about stage 4, when I actually heard these 4 stages, I was in stage 3. I was in that self-belief, like, oh my God, like, this is real. Like, I can do this, and I can change my life, my friends' lives, you know, my people, the people around me that I care about. I want them to come into this opportunity because I know it's real. Self-belief's huge. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like I said before, people can dip back down, like, well, I do believe it, I'm still not good at it. And you self-doubt. Then you come back to self-belief, it's clicked again. So you could flutter in between 2 and 3. Hopefully you'll get 1 again as well, where you get excited. But where your life will change, can I write these stages down? Adam, get a pen and paper, my friend. I, of course, can, but so can you. Unless you're out of the football. Yeah. Stage 4. Stage 4 is where your life will change. When you have faith, stage 4 is faith. Okay, that's where you know what you're doing. You've made your mistakes. You've learned from your mistakes. Your confidence in what you're doing levels up. Your coaching has paid off. You know, all those hours of hard work put in all pays off, and all of a sudden you are now an expert, and your level, your faith in what we're doing will take you to the next level. Okay, that's mindset number 4, where everyone needs to be aiming for. Oh, Fiona, I've just seen, oh, by the way, huge welcome to Fiona. It's her first session tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry I missed that before, but I love your goal. That's brilliant. That's what we're here to do. Help you to learn how to trade, gain some income, help you save more. You're in the right place, absolutely. So just a quick recap. Mindset 1, excited. Some of you are quite early on, some of you are a bit further on. You may remember that feeling, getting ready to get started. Number 2, it's not easy, is it? Let's be honest, everyone would do it if it was. So you might start doubting yourself. Crack through that, just keep pushing through. Step 3, you'll have a moment in time and remember it forever, where it starts to make sense. Okay, it all comes together, your self-belief will raise. And then 4, faith, power. I'm stage 4. That's why I'm talking to all of you lot about getting, right? I know it's real, and I can't wait for you all to get there. So that's my mindset phases. Manny preaches about these. All the educators, all of them have one common theme. Before they start teaching, they talk about mindset. It's so important. I'm not going to be any different. So make sure you're doing those goals. You've got them written down. You've got your affirmations. Practice gratitude. Honestly, I don't just say it for jokes. Really put your effort into it, because this will help you become successful and help you achieve your goals. Right, step number 2. I'm actually going to go through the funded accounts. I'm going to end on the scanner, and then I'm going to end with bringing one of our lovely students for him to share his journey. Where is this? Here we go. Okay. Right, so I am going to send this link. If Adam, you make me laugh, mate. All right, so I am going to send this link out in the group if you guys haven't got it. But this link gets updated. So if the terms and conditions change, this link will change. So this is something that you should always refer back to if you've got any questions. I'm going to go through it pretty verbatim. But also you might have questions afterwards, so just let me know. So, right, the funded accounts, that is why we're all in this group. We're fast track to freedom. The freedom is the funded accounts. The funded account gets us the freedom quicker. So it's an AMI Finance Academy exclusive. Okay, so this is what Des has arranged with one of his many contacts. So there's different plans which I'll show you further down, and there's a one-off payment for you to take your test. We'll go through this in a bit more detail in a minute. But effectively, this gives you access to the evaluation stage. So this is where group 2 is the demo test. Okay, and the demo test is your evaluation stage. So you get given a demo account, and basically when you complete, we'll go through what the stages are, but when you complete that, that's when you get given the money, right? That's why we're all here. You get given the money to trade, and then things can make very huge difference very quickly. So first of all, you need to pick a plan that suits your trading style. So an amount of money that you're not nervous about or worried about. As soon as this came out, I went straight to the top. I won 100 grand. To me, it makes sense. To you, it might be different. We have different goals, don't we? So we'll talk through those in a second as well. Stage 1. So I'm literally just going through this, guys. So stage 1 requires a minimum of 10 days trading, but it can last up to 30 days. Okay, so stage 1, it could be a month, but you can complete it in a minimum of 10 days. Stage 2 is 20 days of trading, and it can last a maximum of 60 days. So the longest you'll be in this evaluation is 3 months. Yeah, is everyone on board with that? Everyone get that? So if you tick all the boxes, you can complete the evaluation in 30 days, yeah? So minimum of 10, minimum of 20. So you take your test, a month later, best case scenario, you could have the money in an account for you. But it's not a race, yeah? So you can use the full 90 days if you need to. So it's just about the process, okay? If you fail the test, you don't get your money back, which I'll show you in a minute, but you can retake the test as many times as you want, okay? Even if you get a funded account and lose it for whatever reason, which we'll cover in a minute, you can reapply, okay? There's no limits on how many times you can apply. It's quite funny because of the people that we have, you know, the like-minded people. I asked as well, like, do I get a discount if I have to repeat the test? So basically, when you're going through your test, it's really cool. Actually, you get a link to like all this analysis, and that's what these, you know, the managers are looking at to see if you are trading with risk management and you're trading as per the terms and conditions of the contract as well. When you pass your test, KYC, for any of you that are not in financial services, which I think is all of you, it means know your customer. So what that is like proof of address, ID. You have to do it when you open a live account as well, if you're just trading your own money. So it's just that the broker knows that you're legit, you're not you know, money launderer, criminal, whatever. So you provide all of that, you sign the agreement, and that's it. You submit it. If everything, all the boxes are ticked, you get the money. The money then is put into a broker account. This is the broker here, Eternity Global Limited. The demo test is on with TradeMax. Okay, they're Australian regulated brokers. It's just on your MT4, so you just log into an account, and then you can start trading using that account. Currently, you can use all 28 currency pairs and gold. Indices, that's things like you know, the US 30, the German DAX, any kind of like stock there at the moment, and crypto are not available, but they are coming soon. Okay, this is really good. So there's no daily loss limit. So there's other versions, there's other types of funded account. They'll say you can only, you know, if you lose X amount a day, you can't trade anymore, or if you lose, you know, whatever. There's lots of terms and conditions on a lot of the other ones. With this funded account option, there's no daily loss limit. However, there is a drawdown limit of 10%. Drawdown means debts, yeah? You're never in debt. During the test, you're allowed to use TradingView and the harmonics. Absolutely, mate. Adam, that's the whole reason why we're using this strategy, and we're learning how to trade so you can use it when you do the demo, when you're on a funded account. You can use signals, you can use everything, doesn't matter. You just have to trade the currencies in gold. Where was I? So drawdown limit 10%. Right, so I'm on 100K. If I'm down 10 grand at any point, I'll lose the account or I fail my demo test. Yeah, 10%. If you lose 10%, you lose the money. Effectively, you fail your test. But you could be 7 grand down, have a really good day, rock it back up. That's fine. Obviously, you're proving during the test that you can trade with risk management. Yes, you'll be learning. And we'll do a session as well on risk management because it's absolutely crucial. Most you can lose the company is 10 grand and you're not liable. Okay. The leverage is 1 to 100. Okay, so we'll talk about leverage. The best way it was described to me, all right, is when you get a mortgage. Yeah, you normally put 10 grand in. Let's say it's 200 grand house. You put 20 grand in, and you get a 200 grand house. You're leveraging your money to get something more. When you then sell your house and it's now worth 300,000, you get your 20 grand plus the 100 grand growth. Yeah, exactly the same with trading. It just allows you to trade what looks like a bigger position in the market. All right, and that helps you hit profit easier, basically. Right, this is massive. So again, all the other options that I've looked into cannot hold a trade overnight, and you cannot hold a trade over the weekend. With this company, you can. So there's sometimes I'm holding a trade for a day maximum, really, but sometimes overnight. Right, well, I'll come into like hedging and stacking and all that stuff in a minute, and martingales. I'll do that a bit further down. Yeah, if you start messing around with like not playing by the rules, they'll limit your leverage. So you'll then find that, you know, it's harder to hit profit. So they're not stupid. Yeah, if you start doing things that they don't agree with, which are high risk, they're going to limit how much you can lose their money, basically. Now, this is really important. So the profit split is 75% to you. You are the machine that is making their money. You get 75%. The company gets 25%. Okay, for anyone, again, that's in financial services, 25% growth on your money in a month is ridiculous, phenomenal. So they're more than happy to pay you handsomely so that you can continue to make money for them. Now, this causes confusion, so I'm going to break this down. So there's a 5% profit target to reach in order to request a withdrawal. Okay, let's break that down. So 100 grand account. Before I can say I want money, I have to hit 5 grand. Yeah, so 104,000, I can't withdraw any money. I'm not liable for 75% of that. Okay. As soon as I get to 105, everything after 105,000, I get 75% off. So 106, I've just made £750. 107, I've just made £1,500. Yeah, 115 grand, I've just made 7,500. 15% growth in a month, you'll walk away with 7,500, £100,000. So it's dollars, by the way. Right, so hopefully that makes sense. You can withdraw as many times as you want. So you have to put your requests in by the 20th, and they get all paid out on the 25th. So it's just like having a salary, which is quite nice. So the month basically works from the 20th of the month to the 20th of the next. So day one would be like the 21st of the month, yeah? Hope that makes sense. You've got 4 weeks to then, make as much money as you can to withdraw. Okay, I'll go through this page and a few bits on here, then I'll move on to the strategy. Because for some of you, again, the strategy is the key to unlock all of this, right? So I want to spend a bit of time on that. Right, so these are the funding options. These are the different packages. Again, this will be available to you in the group after this call, so get familiar with it. These are the different package names. So the Light, the Basic, the Pro, the Elite, and the Premium. Well, I jumped straight in at the top. Not any of these. That's just my personal choice. You guys can then, have whatever you want. And the amount next to the name, that's how much you pay for your test. So I paid £416 for my test. Okay. If I pass that test, I'm still in my process, I get that money back. That's one-time refundable. If I fail, they keep the money. Yeah, I failed the test. They keep it. If I pass, I get it back. So these are the different capital amounts. So you got 100 grand, 50 grand, 25, 10, 5. Okay. Simple as. Profit target, so 5%, 500, 5%. Oh, sorry. The profit target. So the withdrawal target's 5%. The profit target is 10%. So you're not held to that. It's just a guide. But on a 100 grand account, I should be making 10 grand, so 10% growth in a month. And that will give me the ability to withdraw, and then I get 75% grand. Yeah, is everyone with me on that one? So there's no maximum daily loss limit. Okay, so I could lose 2 grand. They won't have a wobble. I could lose 4 grand. They won't have a wobble. As soon as I go over 10, I'm out. Okay, so that's like the breaking point is leverage that we talked about. It's the same for all accounts. And then this is quite a nice, depends if you're visual or not. I really like this. So this is like the evaluation table. Stage 1, maximum of 30 days, minimum of 10, so minimum trading days of 10. Profit target is 10% in those first 30 days. You have to have 50 days of positive trades. What that means is in a week, you need to be having, say you did a trade every day, just one, you need to win 3 days out of the 5. So you need to be over 50%, positive days. So that could be 1 pip positive, 300 pips positive. It just has to be positive. We've covered that. We've covered the drawdown limit, so 10%. So as soon as you hit 10%, you're out. We won't want to be anywhere near that, obviously. But they're the parameters, okay? Second stage is, we've covered this a bit more, but 60 days. You need to make another 5% in 2 months. You just made 10% in 30 days, so double the time, 5%. 50% positive days, then no daily loss limit, 10% drawdown limit, then a minimum training days of 20. So just to reiterate, the quickest you'll get through this is in 30 days, but you've got up to 90 to qualify for both stages. All right, I hope that's really clear. But that gives you a better understanding of what you're going for. This is the vehicle to get you there. Alrighty. So this is about how to pay for your test. So read through that in your own time. So I just want to explain the lot size cap. So those of you unfamiliar with lot size or not quite familiar with it, the lot size that you put into a trade is the amount that you're risking per pip of movement. So if the market goes up 10 pips and you've got 1p per pip, make 10p. Yeah. So obviously, when you've got a higher funded account, the amount of lots that you can put on jumps through the roof, literally. So this is £10 a pip. So this is £5 per pip. Okay, so on a £5 account, that's the maximum lot size you can use. 10k, 25k. So that's so that's 10. Yeah, so that's £50. That's £100 per pip, and that's £200 per pip. All right. So sometimes on my demo, I enter a trade, and because of spreads, you enter like 3 pips down, and I'll be down like £700 like that. But hopefully, if you got your entry right, you see you're into blue. So the whole reason for the second group, do you know that demo test group, is to get you practicing, physically practicing on whatever account you're going to go for. I would recommend that you take out a demo account for the 50 grand, 25, 100, whatever you're going to go for, and you get used to the lot size. When I first started doing 100k, because it was demo, I kind of, up for it, to be honest. But you just get used to the numbers. Simple as that. Now, if you do, let me show you, again, read through all of this. So like hedging, copiers, all this sort of stuff. So trade copiers are allowed. So that means signals. We're allowed to do signals as long as you follow the lot size cap. Where's the, hold on one second. Here we go, prohibited strategy. Stacking martingale, going over the lot size. So if I put 25 lots on, they'll just cancel my trade. I wouldn't be playing by the rules. They'll lower my leverage, so I'm less risky. Hedging is basically, we don't teach this, right? So it's basically where you've got like the price at entry, and you have like a buy above and a sell below, and whichever one hits, you turn the other one off. There's no skill really. You're just, again, gambling. Anything that isn't skill based, they're not into. All right, but do some research on what all these things mean. But we don't teach you any of them. So as long as you follow our plan, you'll be good as gold, right? Absolutely gold. So I'll share this to the group. So guys, feel free to get really familiar with it. But this is what we are going to use to get us to freedom, okay? Sweet. So that's pretty intense, pretty heavy. So we've done mindset phases, the funded accounts. What we're going to do now, mindset number 1, gets you in the position to get one of these funded accounts. In between that is the actual trading. I'm going to go through the setup for the scanner source, which is what you're all learning. All right, it's the trading plan for everyone. And the reason why it is simple, it is effective, and it was created by one of the top 5 educators in the company who's been trading for 7-8 years, I think. So that's the reason we're following it, and it is a strategy that has a proven track. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to come out of here first. So I'm going to show you how to get to the harmonic scanner. All right. You log into im.center. So when you're brand new, this is where you then go to academies, and then you can find all your videos. Yeah. So the same login as that page. But on the left-hand side, you're going to click strategies. And then these are all the scanners. Right? We are learning harmonics. Look how much else there is to learn. It's redonkulous. Redonkulous. So anyway, just click this hyperlink here under the harmonic scanner, and it will take you to this page. What I've done, you can see up here, I've bookmarked it, so log in straight away. I'll just click it. Feel free to do that. I'm not going to show you all the indicators because that's what the videos go through. They show you how to add the indicators, how to set your chart up, how to save your chart so you don't have to set it up every time. So the videos do that. I'm going to show you the power of this strategy. Okay. So if any of you are going to start like feeling a little overwhelmed, it will be now. So warning, come in the warning. All I want you to think is the concept, okay? You've got maybe a long way to go in your education, but I'm going to show you the effectiveness of this thing, okay? So if you've got your notepads out, I'm going to drop you a couple of absolute pro tips, okay? So number one pro tip, when you come to the scanner, let me just introduce you to the scanner for those that haven't seen it. So like the scanner is a reversal scanner. This pattern here, based on market conditions, and it's an algorithm that's scanning every single currency pair in the market. And when it hits the conditions, it will apply the scan and publish it on this system. Okay, that's what it does. Every day, bing, it just pings new ones. There is a Telegram group which tells us when a new scan has been added. So if you guys want that, just put a 7 in the chat and I'll ping it in. Some people use it, some people don't. If you want it, I'll put it in the chat. So basically, this scanner does 80% of the hard work for you, okay? So what I mean by that is, if you haven't got this wonderful system, which is unique to us at IM, you have to go on TradingView and find the trade yourself. You could spend an hour or two just drawing up a chart and, you know, is it at 618? Is it at this? Is it at that? Has it broken structure? Where's my liquidity? All right, and then you might, that's all your day done. You haven't got time, you've got to go to work, and you haven't put a trade on. So this cuts all that out for you, okay? So this is where all of us should start our trading journey, right? So we log on to the scanner, we see what pairs are up, okay? I always start on the 4 hour. So up here, you've got the different time frames. You see down here, the currencies are changing. Right, I like to start on the 4 hour. I'm going to teach you best practice, 4 hour. And then what I do is I look at each currency pair. So the ones at the top are the newest pairs, and the ones at the bottom are the oldest. So first of all, when I'm looking at a new scan, I'll just zoom out. So you can do that just by scrolling on you if you've got a mouse, or if you haven't got a mouse, minus buttons here, which you can click on your keyboard, like on your whatever, like mouse pad or whatever. So zoom in and out. So what I'm looking for is when stop loss is underneath the entry. See here it says entry and then stop. That means that they're expecting the market to go up. Yeah, so the stop loss protects your account, and the take profit, well, that's your profit. So that's your money in your pocket. If it's the other way around, it's a sell. So the stop loss is high, which I'll show you in a minute, and the take profits are underneath the green line, it is a sell, okay? So what I'm looking for here, when I zoom out, I'm just looking for generally, is this market going up or down? Right? This is subjective, but look, I would say, well, you tell me actually, drop it in the chat, is that up or down? Fastest. Luke, up. Yeah, okay. I would 100% agree. No, the scanner is telling us to buy. First, that is my first checkpoint. I want to be trading with the trend. Buy up. I'm in. The next thing I do is I'll look for, is the entry at a point of structure? Now this is what I've taken from what I've learned through my time in IM. Okay, so you come to what I do is I come to this menu here, and I'll click on this logo and click rectangle. Simply, I click on the entry line and I drag this back. Okay, has price come to this level before? Well, I can't see that it has. So what we're talking about is we're at an all-time high in the market that's been, well, look, we're back in, you see down here, there's a date. You see there's a date and time. So the 21st, like March 19, price has never been this high. Right, so to me, although the scanner is giving me a buy in an uptrend, the price has never been that high. So what goes up must come down, yeah? So if it hasn't hit this second point, I'll move on. Literally, I'll just go right next. I'll look at GU, the GBP USD. I'll scroll out. Right, that's going up. The scanner, because of the entries here and the TPs, the profit under, telling me to sell, well, the market's trending up. So that's telling me to sell. So I'm selling in an uptrend. Not interested. Okay. Next, GBP JPY. Okay, we've got an uptrend. Okay, it's telling me to buy. Yeah, stop underneath, profit on top. Cool. First checkpoint done. Second, is entry got structure? So structure, all structure means, has price been there before? All right. So what do you guys think? Is there structure at entry? Yes, Fiona. Fiona's straight in there. There is structure at entry. Yeah, so here it was acting like a floor. It was bouncing up. Naylor's up. Yeah, Naylor's got it right too. Right, and then breaks the floor, then acts as a ceiling. Comes back, breaks the ceiling, gets a bit choppy. So when they say choppy, it means it's like it's not quite respecting that line. But then jumps up, then it acts as a floor again. Boom, it goes up. Acts as a floor again. Boom, it's going up. So yeah, if price hadn't already taken off, I'd be looking at this one very, very closely because it's hit buying in an uptrend, and price has been there before. Yeah, it's structure. I'm going to move on to this example because I absolutely love it. Okay, so zoom out, downtrend. Everyone happy? Let me just take these session lines off. I probably should have done that before. So downtrend, yeah? Are we at structure? Green line. Has price been here before, yeah? We can all clearly see that price has been on this, in this before. So we know that the market likes this zone. Okay. What I then do is I apply the strategy. Right, the strategy you're learning comes in now. So rule number one, trade with the trend. We covered this the other day. I don't know where my notes are. Rule number one, trade with the trend. Number two, are we at a position of support and resistance? Okay. Yeah. We now apply the strategy. Number one in the strategy is, I'm just going to get rid of this quick. Okay. Number one in the strategy is has price. So price is the blue and the wick, yeah, the wicks on the candle. So has that hit the DC channel, which is this red line here. Okay, this is my DC channel, turning it on and off. So is the D point around the DC channel? Yeah, we can all see that that is. So I put a tick in my checklist and I'll move to point number two. Okay. Okay, let me turn the floor on. Okay, another little pro tip on the scanner. If you double click in any of the indicators or the chart, it zooms in, like it just gets rid of all the rest. So if I want to just look at the stop, we'll click on the stotch. Yeah, if I want just the AO, EMI. All right, so this that took me about a year to figure out. So yeah. Now, just very, very quickly, DC channel, boom, it's hit. If I'm looking for like a real good entry, and by really good, I mean when we're selling, we want to sell high, don't we? Yeah, we want to sell high and low. I would drop this down to the 30-minute, maybe the hour first, but probably the 30-minute. Run the scan. Where's it gone? Here we go. Okay. So all this means when you're buying in the direction of the market, when you're at structure, your entry, if you're on a smaller time frame, it just means you're getting in the market earlier. So it makes it a lot easier for risk to reward, and I'll show you why. Okay, we've got the DC channel being hit. Step 2, do we have a confirmation candle? Right, the confirmation candle, when we're selling, flat top, red candle. Right, this beauty here has that. Flat top, no wick, pushing down. That is our confirmation candle. So what I do is I'll put a vertical line. By the way, I am not a magician. I haven't come up with this strategy myself. I've just listened to what you're about to go through, and I've just applied it. Okay, so you're going to see everything that I'm showing you now is what Manny teaches. I put a vertical line through that candle just so that I have a reference point in the market. Right, this is my candle that says the market is now going to start selling off. Okay. Step 2. Do we have a red bar on the awesome oscillator? Yes. This bar here, can everyone see that? So under this candle, that bar is red. Red means sell. Tick. Yeah, we move on to step 3. Next, stotch. You'll learn what all these indicators do through your education, okay? So I'm not going to go into like too much what it represents. But when we're selling, we want the red line above the blue. Do we have the red line above the blue? Yes. But all it is following a checklist. That's all it is. Next, DMI. Is the red, when we're selling, is the red line above the blue? Let me just move away that way. Okay, so that we can clearly see the red line is above the blue. Tick. Okay. Now, the last thing I would do is put in a horizontal line. So in here, instead of vertical, horizontal, and click it here, and I'm just going to beef it up just so you can see it. Right, if you double click on the line, you jump into like the settings for it. If you jump to coordinates and you just change this to 40 and hit return or OK, this blue line, bad color. Let's go green. Okay, so green line means like go. Yeah, green for go, well cheesy, but green line means you are good to enter. If this black line, which is who's in control, so the reds are the sellers, When the black line's above the 40, it means that the sellers are in control. So you've got a momentum candle. You've got the 4 McGinley cutting through the candle. I think I missed that one. I'm paying attention. So the 4 McGinley cuts through the candle. We've got a red bar, we've got red on top, black line above 40. Green light, let's get in the market. So over on the tools, all right, you pick this guy, pick the arrow, long position is buy. And this is the short. So when you enter, when this you have to wait for the candle to close. What it means by close is wait for that half an hour window to be up. Again, it pings across to this next candle, which will open halfway down this candle. So your entry is here. Okay, our TP, I'm going to zoom in now. We've got the indicators have done their job. The TP, so take profit, we would go on the first entry, TP1. Okay, that is 25 pips. Yeah, can you all see that's 25 pips? Now I'll put my stop loss just above this, the top of this candle. Well, I'll probably go about. I'm just looking at. Okay, let's say here, so 7 pips, right? You got to account for spread. That's pretty a bit tight. I'll probably go 10 actually. Let's go with 10. Boom. Right, so 10 pip stop loss. That means if the market goes the other way, it takes us out of the trade. Yeah. But what can you see here? Look, it triggers, we call it. So everything lined up on this candle. We enter here. The market didn't come anywhere near entry. It just went, dropped. You see that? So you have no drawdown, no debt, no red numbers, just blue. Okay, so you would hold the trade, hold. And right here, bang, hits profit, you're out. So you've risked 10 pips to make 25. I'm going to teach you a little secret as well. Actually, I'm going to skip. But what I was going to show you is risk reward, yeah? So let's say you've risked, I'm on a 100K account, yeah? So say I've risked 1%, it's dollars, so I've risked $1,000 on this trade. So if it goes up and hits, comes out the red box, I'm £1,000 down. 100K account, 1%. But my risk reward's 2.5. I'm just going to use round numbers. Yeah, so I've risked 1,000, make 2,500. Yeah. This is the power of this strategy. You've got to make 10 grand, I have, in a month. I've just made £2,500 in, let me get it out. We entered the trade here, it finishes here. In 8 hours, day at work. I didn't plan that. That's a normal day, working day for people. 8 hours, you made 2.5 grand. Okay, you get 75% of that once you're over the 5% withdrawal target. One trade. When I say to people, stay on the plan, practice, 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 it's because of that. Luke never stresses. I love that. Luke's chill. Luke's cool. Adam, I'll speak to you privately about the document checklist. There's quite a few knocking around, but there's one that I've got from Manny. I also think it's a really good. I think it's a really good practice for everyone to make their own too. But we'll share it. People can like crib it or whatever. But thank you very much. Right, very, very quickly. That's just the first entry. Entry number 1. We then turn on the 20 McGinley. And that gives us entry number 2. How many of you have done the video? You know what? We'll go over this again. I'm just going to leave it there because I think that highlights the effectiveness of this strategy, what you're all about to learn, and what it means when you get there. It's kind of what I want to. There are 2 other entries on this pair. That means you could. Do you know what? I am going to do it, but I'm going to do it quick because I think it will be. Sorry to mess you all around. Right. So the second entry is when the 20 McGinley, which is my red line, and the 4 McGinley, which is my blue line, when they cross. All right, I'm not going to get into why, but I'm just going to say it. When they cross, boom, you've got entry 2. Look, we've got the cross in between these candles, yeah? So we need a flat top again. We need a red bar. So we've got the cross. We need a red bar. We need red on top, black above the red line, black above the green line. Entry number 2. You're in a downtrend, selling, so it's very safe to go for TP2. So entry there, enter off this candle, stop loss above the candle above. Let's go 10 pips again. And then we're down at TP2, which is what? Pips. If we do the maths, we've just risked another 1,000. Yeah, to make 2,000. Are we following? Are we following? Can everyone see what is going on? Again, no drawdown. You've already banked 2.5. And now you're in for the second one. Okay, that went straight to profit. Didn't take as long this time. So every candle's half an hour, so it's probably another. So it actually hit it there. Another 4 hours. So half a day that time to make 2 grand. Right, and then entry 3 is when the blue line crosses the 50. Ooh, all right, this one. Okay, so this is interesting. So the 50 crossed right up here. The 50 doesn't always play ball, so it won't always be third. Can everyone hear me, by the way? Because it's just coming up so my internet is unstable. You all got me? Cool. All right. If you lose me at any point, just message me or message the group. Okay, cool. Right, so on this one, your third entry is like right up here. So if you've got all your EMAs on at the same time, you may have taken that as well. But if you miss the third entry, which I'll show you on another pair another day, you've just made 4.5 grand, risking 2, and you never for a second went into red. That's it. Sign them up. That's the power of the strategy. All right, that is it. So what you're going to go through, the pain you're going to feel, the excitement, you might get the self-doubt. This is what's at the other end of that tunnel. Okay, you've got the belief that will come with it. When you start making trades like that, honestly, your belief will boom. Even if that's 20 quid and you're risking 10. You know, it's all little wins. You know, if it's I don't know, 100 quid, you're making 200. You know, it's all amazing. Your belief will grow, your faith will come, your life will change. I promise you. This is why we're here. This is why we're here. So I reckon we've got another 5 minutes in the tank. We've run over for the first time ever, but some absolute key messages I wanted to bring to the table today. Mindset, funded accounts, the strategy. A lot of you, I hope, don't feel too overwhelmed because it's natural. This is a lot of information to take in, but I just wanted to give you I wanted to fit the puzzle together in a session. Mindset, get your head right. So when you're learning, you're in the right frame of mind. You learn the strategy. I've just shown you the power of it. That's just a one currency pair in one day, 2 days. Crazy. And the funded account, which is going to beef your account up so that you can make decent, seriously decent money so that you can achieve your goals. Whatever your goals are, money does help. So I hope you've all taken something from our session tonight. I want to spend the next 5 minutes hearing from one of our wonderful students. So I'll let you know a bit about him. We met just through this opportunity. So he made an inquiry online, and we struck up a conversation. And his reason for getting involved, so I'm obviously not going to tell you, but it's so big. It really connected with me too. Some of it's similar to mine, and it's been amazing. He had to go away for some time, so there was a bit of a gap, and he's come back. Since he's come back, this man has he's relentless. Is the only word to put it. He just continues to knock down the videos. He's practicing, he's sending in charts, he's interactive, he's in it. I know he's 100% in it. And it's a pleasure to have you on board. And what I would love to hear from you, my man Eddie, is just tell us about your experience, like, you know, since joining, learning, going through all the videos, how you felt different times. Just give us your version if you don't mind, Eddie.
Yeah, sure, Chris. Thanks for the intro. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. Initially, I was all over the place. Everything just seemed so. It didn't make sense. But thankfully, with your help and Manny's videos, everything is just falling in place nicely.
Good.
And I'm just plowing out, going through the videos, demos as well. I'm actually on. I've finished. I think I finished scanner source.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should be jumping onto the demos more now.
Man. So you've completed your videos. You've seen the source.
I've seen the source. Yeah.
Man. So what's been the toughest bit? What's been your biggest challenge?
Oh, creating time to go through the videos and just creating time to study.
Yeah.
Because I work 9 to 5 or sometimes 7. Tonight I finished at 7 o'clock, so I had to rush. I haven't even had dinner yet.
Oh man, really? Get the man some food.
I haven't had dinner yet.
And obviously, with your spare time, you've got 2 lovely little ones, haven't you?
3.
3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Blurs into one. So yeah, obviously you've got family as well to, you know, balance around. So time is
it's critical.
A challenge. Yeah, amazing. So what do you do to keep yourself on track?
Every day I give myself an hour.
Okay.
Every day I give myself an hour. Weekends probably 2 hours.
So have you had moments where you've been like, oh, I'm just gonna you're a Chelsea fan too, I'm just gonna chuck the football on.
Yeah.
It's good to have balance, isn't it? For sure.
Definitely, definitely.
What's your highlight been? I know meeting me, but apart from that.
Manny's videos.
Ah, okay.
Manny's videos. He's really good. He's really good.
Yeah. He's so guys, you know they call him the GOAT. Did you know that, Eddie?
Yeah, yeah. He is definitely the GOAT.
It took me ages to know what the GOAT meant because I just thought it was like an animal, yeah? GOAT stands for the greatest of all time.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so he is renowned in the industry as being the greatest. He's a amazing teacher. He's been doing it for since the IM started. Can never get enough. He does his live sessions too, so if you can, the privilege of logging into those, he'll trade. He'll go through those setups with you live. Say, right, buy, sell. So yeah, amazing, amazing. Eddie, you're an absolute gent.
Thank you, thank you.
I know in a few weeks, give you some time to practice. You may be leaving this group into the demo test phase 2. But these guys will be there very soon as well. So I'm sure they'll see you, and obviously you'll be in all the other groups that we're all a part of with the bigger, wider community. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing your journey, my friend.
Thank you. Cheers.
Quite the hard work. Man, good man. So, guys, that's it for tonight. We've heard from one of our own. We have seen the scanner in action. We've seen the strategy in action. We've gone through the funded accounts, talk about mindset. Fiona, I'll answer. Do you know what? I use TradingView as well, but the scanner is on. That is TradingView. It's just the IM algorithm on top. So we've got like they've got an agreement where we can use it. You can use TradingView as well, but obviously TradingView doesn't have the scanner. It doesn't have this pattern. So feel free to just get familiar with the scanner. I use both, to be quite honest. But just play with both. I'm going to finish off that video, guys. So any questions to this affirmations video? Any questions you've got, chuck in the group. Use the group on the weekly, on the daily basis. Anything you want to reach out to me one-on-one, you know where I am. But for now, thank you so much for coming here on a Wednesday night. And Eddie, go and get some food. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to help you through that tonight. And you're all free to log off. So thanks for turning up. I'll see you next week.
I am freedom. I am open. I am wise. I am relaxed. I am calm. I am at one. I am in command of my life. I am loving my life. I am connected to all that is.